with my little guy, Ratty, there. He's a shy boy. He's really gentle. His nails are getting kind of long, but you're not supposed to cut the rat nails. You can't do that because the nerve ending, it'll hurt them because they can like feel it, unlike ours where like it grows out and you can like cut it with no pain or blood. It doesn't work that way for rats. So sometimes he leaves little scratches, but it's absolutely worth it. And it doesn't even really hurt that much. Like sometimes it hurts a little bit, but it's absolutely worth it. And it's not as like bad as like cat scratches, I would say. They're smaller. It's a little painful sometimes, but he's he's really taken to me. He's a lot calmer than he was when he was a really anxious boy. He was an anxious baby. But he's a lot calmer now. And I very much love him. And sadly, his brother, my beloved and dear Angel Death, may he rest in peace, passed away because there was no discernible cause, but the pet store I got them from is known for their animals sometimes passing. I'm not really sure why. But they do breed their own rats, so I'm not really sure if it was like a genetic viability thing or because he wasn't sick or anything. One moment he was perfectly fine, he was playing with his brother, and the next he wasn't there. But and I know that's been hard on Ratty, and it was hard on me the first night too. But I take comfort in knowing that Angel Death is with the angel he's named after, or was helped. That it's in Death's hands now, not mine. And Ratty has he's a really kind guy. He doesn't really like cheesy crackers. Angel Death really liked cheesy crackers, but he does. He's been learning to my loading screen just happened internally, so it was hard to like think of what I was talking about. But Ratty, he's a little guy. He's a small man, a small furry man, and he's my little son. He's my small furry child. I never want a human child. I too much going on there, but a little furry child is good for me. Just a little furry man, a little tiny furry man who can fit in my pocket. And he lives in a little cage, and he has a little concrete companion cube type chew toy. Because they like to chew on things. They can chew through anything pretty much, which is why it's really important to reinforce their cage sometimes, but he's not really big enough for it to matter yet. Because sometimes they can chew through it with their little chompers. I'm gonna put him on my shoulder. He's a very sweet boy. He's very curious too. He likes to like crawl on everything, but you can see give me a little kiss. Sometimes he'll give me a little Eskimo kiss. He's a very good boy. He's a really nice guy. And I was reading before his brother passed away. I was reading The Wind in the Willows because Ratty is named after Mr. Rat in Wind in the Willows because Mr. Mole calls him Ratty in the book a lot of the time, and so he's named after that character. And he's kind of a scrambly guy as well, I would say. He's pretty scrambly. He likes to explore, and sometimes he'll go on my bed and like dig through the pillows. He likes to do that. He likes to like bury himself in the like paper bedding of his cage sometimes, and I sewed a little blanket thing that originally I was going to use for something else, but I gave to Ratty, and sometimes he'll like play in that and use it to make little rat nests and things. And he's a really good guy. He's a really beautiful boy. I'm very proud of him. I love him so much, and he is truly a blessing, I would say. Like truly a really charming, dapper fellow, and I love him so much. and I'm happy to have him every day. And I've only had him probably for like a few months or so, and he's a little scrambly guy and a little fur gentleman, and I'm so happy that I got him. And yeah, he's a cool guy. He's a really cool guy. And sometimes it reminds me of Shadow of the Colossus, because, like, look how tiny he is compared to me. You get, like, the little sword and go, like, instead of my magical weak points. Just kidding. But, like, sometimes I'm like, he's on my hand, and I feel like the final boss of Shadow of the Colossus is just like, huh, ooh, interesting. And, he's a very nice guy. A very furry gentleman. And, I think he's probably like a teenager in age now, because when I first got him, he wasn't like a pinky. He wasn't like that young of a baby, but he was definitely still like a tiny little guy. Like, he had fur, but he was really, I mean, like, pretty small. And now he's a lot bigger than when I first got him already. So I feel like he's probably like, I don't know, like 12 or 13 or so. I don't know. In like human years, I would guess. But he's a really neat guy, and I'm really happy with my little ratty man. So yeah, I just wanted to give like an update on my furry friend and beloved little child. And that's the whole thing. Okay, goodbye.